I'm going to show you how to do these exponents on your calculator, but one of the things that makes it hard is that every calculator works differently and has different buttons. So I'm going to show you a couple of examples, and if you can't get them to work on your calculator, then I would suggest you come in for the extra help hours. So we're going to use the example of the cubed root of 27. Now, some buttons have, or some calculators have a cubed root button like this, and how you press it depends on your calculator. So some calculators, you would press the cubed root button first, and then you would type in 27, and then you would press equals, and it would give you the answer of 3, because the cubed root of 27 is 3. You can see that this one did not give you the correct answer. So if that doesn't work, what you have to do is the opposite. So type in the 27 first, and then the cubed root, and now it gives you the answer of 3. Always make sure you press that equal signs after. So some you will press the cubed root button first and then the base equals, and some you'll press the base first and then the cubed root button. And then even some calculators you need to enter in the equal sign and some you don't. Let's try a different one. If you wanted the cubed root of 8, well, the cubed root of 8 is 3, because that is 8 to the exponent 1 over 3, which means what number to the exponent 3 makes 8, so the answer should be 2. So if you pressed the cubed root button, oops, I'm going to clear it. If you press the cubed root button first, then 8, then equals, that doesn't work. So you got to try it both ways. 8, then the cubed root button, and it gives you the answer of 2. So you have to know what the answer should be so that when you do it in your calculator, you know which way that your calculator works. Now in these examples, this is just another online calculator. This one does not have a cubed root button, so I'll get to that one in a minute. This one does not have a cubed root button either. So if your calculator does not have a cubed root button, you should have a button that looks like this. And it looks like it's in radical form. So what you would do is, again, you have to see which order you have to do it. So some calculators you would type in the root first, then the button, and then the base of 27. That answer should be 3, so that's not the right answer, so then you have to do it backwards. So in this calculator, you would type in the base first, then the radical button, then the exponent, then the root of 3, and you get, when you press equals, you get an answer of 3. So we'll try it again with the cubed root of 8. That would be 8 to the exponent 1 over 3. So you type in the base first, then the root button, then the root, and you press equals, and that should give you 2. So if we go back to the iPad calculator, this can also be used to find a cubed root. So you would type in the cubed root, so the root, then the button, and then the base, so 8, and that is equal to 2. So not all calculators will have that cubed root button, but if you want to do a cubed root or anything higher than a cubed root, your calculator should have this button. If it doesn't have this button, it may have the button in exponent form. So it may look like something like x to the m over n or something like that. So the button could look like it's in radical form, or it could look like it is in exponent form, or it could be x to the 1 over y. It just depends on the calculator. Again, if you're having a hard time and you can't find these buttons or you can't get them to work, come to the extra help hours. So now if you wanted to find the fourth root of 16, so that would be 16 to the 1 over 4, and that answer should be 2. So the fourth, and then the root button of 16, and you can see it typed down at the bottom of the screen there, and that is equal to 2. Whereas if you do that with this calculator, you have to do it differently, or opposite. You have to type in the base first, then the radical button, then the root of 4 to get the answer of 2. So it all just depends on what kind of calculator you have. The next thing is, if you, another thing you can do is just use the exponent form. So if you had the 4th root of 16, that's 16 to the 1 over 4. So what you can do is use the exponent button, which looks like this, x to the y, or something that looks like it has an exponent. Some actually just have a little arrow pointing up, like it looks like just 2 lines pointing up and meeting together at a tip. That might be your exponent button, so hopefully you know what your exponent button is. So what you could do is type in 16 and then the exponent button, and then you'd have to put this in brackets. Bracket 1 divided by 4, close the bracket, and then so that one doesn't work for that. And that's, again, it just depends on the calculator. I know this one works. If you did 16 to the exponent and then bracket 1 divided by 4, that will give the answer of 2. This one does not have the root. It's only got a square root button, which is right here, right there. It's only got the square root button. It does not have a button for some root other than that. So this one you'd have to use the exponent button. And I wish I could be more help right now. This is the problem we face when all the calculators are different. But play around with it, and if you can't get the answers on your calculator, come to the extra help hours, and we will hopefully try to get your calculator straightened out.